Once you've completed your business plan, you can start the process of searching for a site based on your selection criteria. This could take some time, so determination and patience is required.
Once a site that fits the selection criteria has been located, further in-depth assessment is needed to ensure the proposed site is fully fit for purpose. House of Play will assist in the process of site evaluation.
Then, building lease terms have to be negotiated to ensure the overall package fits within the parameters of the business plan and is commercially viable. House of Play will do this for you.
Next, a planning application needs to be drafted, tailored to the specific circumstances of your site and submitted for approval by the local planning authority. House of Play will do this for you.
And finally, following the granting of planning approval, necessary building control approvals need to be sought to ensure your proposed development complies with statutory requirements. There are a number of ways of searching for premises which we'll discuss with you, but without doubt commercial estate agents are the most effective means of finding available properties, so it's important to approach them properly and professionally. It's a good idea to let the agents know early in your discussions that you have House of Play supporting your project. Many of the national estate agents know our company and recognise the improvement in your strength of covenant that our Business in a Box service brings. Effectively, you're not truly a New Start business, as you're literally lifting all of the intellectual knowledge from Astrobound, our iconic play centre, and dropping it onto your project. And you have the benefit of ongoing access to our operational expertise. A number of clients have secured premises based on our Business in a Box support package, and they've got a better deal than they might otherwise have achieved.
Once you've identified premises that you may be interested in, it's important to undertake two key tasks. Firstly, you'll require certain information and certification regarding the site to ensure that all statutory compliances are already in place. This will ensure that you don't get any nasty surprises further down the line. House of Play will provide a schedule of the information required. Secondly, you'll need to agree terms at the earliest possible time. We'll draft all necessary documents required for this process and either assist your negotiations or simply do it for you. This is an extremely important process as the final deal agreed will impact on your required capital to start the business, your rental overhead throughout the term of the lease, the extent of necessary leasehold improvements, the security of tenure that your business will enjoy, and many other important matters. The terms that you agree will always be subject to lease and subject to planning, so you're not yet committing to the site. If you'd prefer a more formal arrangement to prevent the landlord letting the premises to another party during the period you are securing necessary planning permissions, there are mechanisms to do this, and we will advise you as required. Once terms are agreed, you can consider the complicated process of drafting and submitting a planning application.
Unless you're fortunate enough to find a site with existing D2 use, you'll need to submit a planning application. This is the barrier which causes most projects to fail, as securing the necessary permission is extremely difficult and is the main reason why there isn't a children's play centre on every street corner. House of Play will actually do the planning application for you, which will include the drafting of a tailored support document which deals with all the relevant local and national planning policies. But the process is more involved than this. There are a number of ways in which the local planning authority can deal with your application, and to maximise the likelihood of having the planning application granted, we employ certain consultation processes with the relevant departments and agencies that will be involved, without which the planning application is more than likely to fail. The main issue is that the default position of the local planning authority will be to refuse the application as it's contrary to policy. House of Play are expert at understanding the potential objections, which may differ for each application. We'll submit appropriate counter-arguments with quoted precedent, enabling the local planning authority to grant approval for the application. Note that you'll be required to pay the appropriate fee to the local planning department. Following the granting of planning permission, the necessary building control approvals can be sought.
Your local authority building control department has a statutory duty to ensure that your project is compliant with relevant legislation, and this will require you to submit fully detailed plans for their approval. Without the assistance of House of Play, this would require the employment of an architect or surveyor with their additional associated costs. However, House of Play undertakes this task as part of our service. It involves the drafting of building plans and section drawings showing the proposed layout, and additional drawings showing the proposed mechanical and electrical layouts. Note that you'll be required to pay the appropriate fee to the Building Control Department.
House of Play were invaluable with helping me do the layout of the building, everything that needs to go into making a indoor soft play area, and that helped greatly with the building control. The documentation that House of Play supplied in order for me to get my change of use was also extremely helpful. It's a minefield, those areas, and there is no doubt I would probably still be trying to work it all out today had I not have House of Play put that in some sort of format for me.